It's a slave name. I don't like being called that word.
This 13-year-old boy says he was repeatedly called the N-word in school. His parents reached out to us on our whistleblower hotline. They claim that Ben Franklin Middle School in Fargo didn't do enough to punish the student who called their son a racial slur. And they say it's not just a racism problem in our community, rather in our country. I sat down with them on their concerns.
I was just really mad.
Nazir Wright is home from school today and will be for the rest of the week.
I don't think anybody should be called that word, and that just wasn't right that they didn't do anything about it.
Nazir says he was called the N-word by another student last month.
Something should have been done the first time.
And then 2 more times this week at school by the same student.
The kid came back the next day and did the same exact thing and called him the same N-word.
Although the student has been temporarily suspended, Nazir's mom says it took too long for the school to react.
That should not be tolerated at all.
And who to say the next black kid that go to that school go end up going through the same exact thing because of the kid that loved to say the N-word and call black children, the name that he shouldn't be using.
But Nazir's mom and dad agree. This incident isn't just a problem at school.
It's 2017 and this has been going on for years, like before my son was even born. And I try to teach them that it's not okay. Like, it doesn't matter the age, the race. You don't let no one say that to you, ever.
Parents have to talk to their kids.
His father says it's about education.
It's a lot of parents that actually don't talk to their kids about these things, and it's very important. You know what I mean? How else are we going to stop it?
That's why they felt compelled to bring what happened to light.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Denisha, Nazir's mom, tells me that the school has asked her to file a complaint. She's in the process of transferring Nazir and his sister to a different middle school. And while the district cannot comment on a specific case, a spokesperson with the district did say administration at Ben Franklin Middle School is aware of the situation and is working with students and their families. As mentioned, this story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. So if you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call us at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. Coming up after weather, before you head out to buy toys this Christmas, some advice on what to avoid. Also, it's not just milk. We have some alternative ways to get vitamin D. But first, Robert, it's been windy and cold all day. Should we be expecting the same for tomorrow?
As we head through the overnight hours, those winds will subside, but they do return as we head through the day. Tomorrow, a live look outside on the Coronado.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. Lots of clouds continue and occasional flakes of snow here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Temperature-wise, it's down to 22, feels like 9. It's still a bit breezy out there. Winds out of the north and northwest at 14 with some higher gusts, 21 degrees. Over in Moorhead. Temperatures elsewhere, 16 in Langdon. It was like 19 in Jamestown and in Cavalier. Off towards the east, a touch warmer, 24 in Baudette, also 24 in the Bemidji area. Winds still on the breezy side out of the north. These will subside later on tonight and then shift around to the north or south and southeast as we head into tomorrow morning, and then increase. Could see gusts as high as 40 miles per hour out of the south and southeast tomorrow. 2 your wind chill in Langdon, 3 in Devils Lake, 6 in Valley City, 8 down in the Gwinner area. Still a lot of cloud cover out there, and we're going to see partly to mostly cloudy skies tonight. More clouds on the way as we head through the day tomorrow. We'll show that to you in the hour-by-hour forecast, and maybe a little bit of rain and snow for a few of us. We do have some flurries out there, most of those too light for the radar to pick up. Northern Plains, quiet across the national map. Big-time storm making its way on into the west coast. A lot of lower elevation rain, higher elevation snows, and off towards the east, a little bit of snow in the far northern Great Lakes, and that changes to rain in the warmer air down into the mid-Atlantic states. For us, we've got lots of clouds out there. We've got the breezes out there. Those winds become very light. Temperature's not going to drop off too much more than where they are right now, dipping down into the teens and 20s. Then the winds shift around to the south and southeast. Tomorrow we'll start off with maybe some sunshine, but more and more cloudiness as the day wears on, and a southerly wind's going to bring in some warmer air, but with some very strong winds gusting upwards of 40 miles per hour. It's not going to feel very warm, and as we head through the latter portion of the day, a little bit of rain-snow mix possible across the far north. That will fill in and move across the region as we head through the day on Friday. Here in Fargo, we'll start off your Thursday in the upper teens. By lunchtime, we'll start to warm it on up into the lower 30s, but it's going to be quite windy. It's going to feel a lot colder than that, and we're going to top out around 40 degrees. But again, it's going to feel colder than that with some strong southerly winds. Picture of the day, a gorgeous shot. Sunset on the Farm in Daisy, North Dakota. Thanks so much to Kim for sending that, and we're going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast tomorrow. Windy and a bit warmer. Then that area of rain or snow moves through on Friday. As we head through the weekend, cold on Saturday, mid-20s, but a quick rebound. Upper 30s Sunday, low 40s Monday, and then we go maybe the other direction. Some models have us in the 40s next week. Others have us in the single digits. So we split the middle.
So I guess you'll just have to keep watching us to find out.
Keep an eye on it. There could be some snow around, and a lot of people travel around that time. So we'll continue to update that for you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Robert. And we're following a developing story tonight out of Fargo. Authorities are investigating after a report of an assault and robbery in North Fargo. The call came in just before 8 o'clock tonight in the 900 block of 5th Street North. When officers got there, they say 2 men reported being attacked by a group of men, and that one man had a handgun with them. The group made off with some of the victim's property, and no weapon was found during the initial investigation. Again, we're continuing to get more information, so stick with Valley News Live for the latest updates. Also new for you now at 9, authorities have released the names of 2 people killed in a car versus train crash in northern Minnesota. The Minnesota State Patrol says 78-year-old Emily Skirvin of Plummer failed to yield at a stop sign at the railroad crossing on a private driveway this morning. The southbound train hit the car, killing Skirvin and her passenger, 79-year-old Carol Jurady, also a plumber. West Fargo is dealing with several car break-ins in the last 24 hours. More than 10 have been reported, and that includes several cars belonging to faculty members at Aurora Elementary School. Those break-ins happened in broad daylight. Valuables were stolen, including purses, and many of the vehicles broken into were unlocked.
Keep your valuables out of your car. Make sure that your car doors are locked, and that usually is a deterrent for the people looking for stuff to grab out of your car.
The vehicle break-ins occurred in the area south of 32nd Avenue West, just west of Cheyenne Street. It's still unknown if the incidents are connected, but police say they don't have any leads yet on a possible suspect, but are continuing to investigate. And police in East Grand Forks are looking to add additional help in their battle against drugs. The police chief is asking for a canine unit. Officials say the dogs would be valuable in seeking out drugs, but they come with a hefty price tag. Besides the initial $13,000 cost, canines require a specialized car, bringing the total price tag to around $55,000. Police plan to raise the money.
Primary agencies are our department, Kirkston Police Department, and Polk County Sheriff's Office. And none of those agencies has a dog. We would like to have one that could be used for narcotics investigations, and also the dog would be trained to do tracking, which would include both for victims if we had a person wander away, a missing person, or suspects as well.
Police plan to raise the needed money. East Grand Forks City Council will vote on moving the project forward for the next week. Well, it's no secret that the Midwest is known for its bone-chilling winters, and a local auto shop is paying it forward to some people who may not be able to afford a tune-up for their car. Matt's Automotive Service Center picked people to receive free services and repairs to their vehicles up to $1,000. Nominees for free service were nominated by other community members, and one of those was chosen. Her name was Kylie. However, when she brought her car in, the guys at Matt's told her that her car was unsafe to drive and there wasn't anything they could do to fix it. But shop owner Matt Lockowitzer made a call to Gate City Bank in Fargo, and they were able to team up and give Kylie an early holiday surprise.
And both of us pitched in, and we're actually giving you a new car tonight. So, Gate City Bank stepped up and donated $2,000, and we're doing the same, and we're actually going to give you this van right now. So.
That's right. Kylie came in with a broken car and drove home tonight in a brand new SUV with the title completely paid off. Kylie's family of 6 had been using one vehicle to get them all around town after her car broke down. And as you can see, Kylie was very emotional, but also thankful for this generous gift.
We were really stressing out, trying to figure out like how we were going to get us that are staying here like to school, from school to work. So now I feel a lot better knowing that we have this car. It's nice.
Better than nice. Lockowitzer says one of the shop's core values is to be a pillar in the community, and by giving back, they're doing just that. Kylie was nominated for the car work by a family friend's 11-year-old daughter. And with the holidays approaching, it's time to start thinking about buying presents. And when you're shopping for kids, there are a few safety reminders to keep in mind. Valley News Team's Molly Casey visited the Sanford Children's Safety Shop to find out which toys and items you'll want to keep out of the shopping cart.
So you just really never know what kids are going to do. Finding the perfect toy for a holiday gift can be tough, but just taking a look at the packaging can help.
When you're shopping for toys, you have to look for the age on, usually in the bottom corner, what it's recommended.
Elizabeth Ostrich is the Sanford Child Injury Prevention Coordinator and says when buying children's toys, it's all in the details.
People buy babies, stuffed animals all the time, but making sure that they don't have removable parts like the noses or the eyes.
And it goes for older kids too. According to Watch's 2017 10 Worst Toys list, the Nerf Zombie Strike Deadbolt crossbow has a high potential for eye injuries, and drones are a no-go too. But what about what powers kids' toys?
Any toys that have small batteries is a hazard just because they are so dangerous if swallowed.
Button batteries the size of a nickel can burn through a child's esophagus if swallowed, and if that happens, you should see a doctor immediately. So Ostrich has one recommendation to avoid a holiday toy disaster.
I would just say making sure that the kids are using them appropriately.
From Fargo, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
If you would like more information on toy safety or which toys made this year's top 10 worst toys list, check out this story at valleynewslive.com. And in tonight's schemes and ripoffs, Jamestown police are warning you that scammers are using their department's name to swindle people. People are making calls, claiming to be a police representative and asking for cash donations. If you do get one of those calls, don't give them any money and call Jamestown Police, the number on your screen, which is 701-252-1000. Still ahead tonight, the defensive posturing continues for Republican Senate nominee Roy Moore. Stay with us.